All right, folks, tomorrow is Friday. The SPY today gapped up to new all-time highs, so it's a residual from the FOMC, I suppose. Let me throw this up real quick for new members. Please read that. We've also got a lot of people that are lifetime members that coming back from day trading hiatuses. Is that a word? Hiate? Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, so read that. It tells you what this chat room is all about. Please pause the video if you have to. All right, so a couple hat tips from today. MBLY was already on the gap playlist, and Mike Z, I'm going to switch to fives to show you guys the setup. Gave the fives buy zone whole number flush as it was coming down here. I'll put the horizontal line at the whole number 13. He was looking for just a flush below that, and lo and behold, it went down to 1296 and then all the way back up to 1379. That was a pretty cool call. What else do we have? APLT. This was the opening candle. I just mentioned it over this high, which actually happened right there, and the stop would have been right there. So it didn't stop out. It would have been 820 if you took it. I was a second late, and then I just never got involved. But yesterday's high was 841, so it was already a recent high flyer. Narrow range today with yesterday's high just above. So the 820 idea did get you to 887 if you took it. Lunar, L-U-N-R. I put it on the radar over this flag here. I said you kind of have a 2-day cup and handle, right? So there's yesterday, and then today you kind of, here's the handle, and there's the yesterday's high, which was 895, I believe. So anyway, the idea was over 850, which actually triggered, I believe, right there. And worst case stop for LUNR was like 12 cents below that didn't stop out, and it went to 954. So over a buck there. I also mentioned over the mic, I believe, PLCE over this intraday cup and handle. I mentioned it over 1625 idea, and once it broke 1625, it went to 1729. So over a buck before it came back down and stopped you out if you had any left at the break even, right? So anyway, that's a few that I had in my notes. Wanted to share those for those, especially those that weren't there in chat. And let's get into what we're watching for tomorrow. So let's go. We'll just start with Mobileye. MBLY, big volume today, pretty strong move. I think the headline was Intel is not reducing their position or something along those lines. We're going to put LUNR, which had the gap up on earnings yesterday, nasty candle, and then today just rip into new highs. That's a very strong stock. They had good news yesterday, so we'll keep that on watch. SMR, one of those, I don't know what you call them, mini nuclear plays or something. Anyway, you kind of have a little cup and handle going here. Interesting through 10 on volume tomorrow if that happens. VKTX, interesting over 70 with fervor. You know, it's had some resistance there. You could probably draw a line from here to here to here, and it's probably, again, I don't do trend lines on the charts because I'm too lazy, but that one's definitely potentially going to break out one of these days. We'll see. It goes on watch. EWTX, big breakout today, goes on watch. PLCE looks like, I already mentioned that one. This is really extended, but there's a lot of shorts in the name, and it just keeps showing up, right? It just keeps going. So just keep in mind, if it sets up tomorrow, keep in mind how extended it is on the daily. FUTU, nice breakout today, maybe a follow-through day tomorrow. TNON, which had this crazy move, and then I thought, well, maybe I'll put this on bounce watch, right? All these red days in a row, back down to the 20-day. I didn't love it, though, but then in after hours, they had news. So as I'm talking to you, it went up to, I think, almost 7. As I'm talking to you, it's trading at 627, so it's above the last 2 days high. If that holds, certainly an interesting gapper tomorrow. It's got a tiny float, all right? So that one goes on watch. DJT, I've just had it on bounce watch for a few days. It's given no triggers to buy it, so I'm just got, there's nothing pretty here, but you got 4 red days in a row after Trump said he wasn't selling his shares and wasn't, leaving Truth Social. So it could get a nice snapback bounce tomorrow with a proper bounce play setup. So I'm keeping it on watch. SMMT, I do like this one. You had a big rip, and now 4 just clean stair-step days down in a row to that buy zone area we like. So that one stays on bounce watch. NNE, 4 days in a row back down, kind of hanging out close to the 20-day. That goes back on bounce watch. BNTX, another one goes on bounce watch, big run, few days lower on declining volume. And then lastly, LFLY. I can't find a headline, but it doesn't mean there isn't one. But as I'm talking to you, it's trading around $4 and after hours. So that one goes on watch if it's still gapping in the morning. If any of you want to show up in pre-market, help me build a gap playlist tomorrow. We'll add some more gappers to this. Hopefully catch some more nice trades. All right, I'm done babbling. We'll see you in chat.